Welcome back, everyone. Today on the griddle, we will be making a sausage hash brown scramble. This is a very easy and delicious meal that's perfect for the new or first-time griddle owner. And now we can griddle. For this cook, what we'll be using is scrambled eggs, half a pound of sausage, 2 hash brown patties, some oil, cheddar cheese, and that's it. That's all the ingredients we have. It's super easy, like I said. It's a great first cook. You definitely are going to enjoy it. It tastes delicious. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and grid our griddle up to temp. We want around 400 degrees. That is medium low on my Camp Chef. Could be a little bit different on your Blackstone or whatever, Blue Rhino, depends on what type of griddle you have. So if you have a thermometer, make sure you use it. If you don't have a thermometer, I'd highly recommend getting one. Going down first for this will be the hash browns. Following that up with the sausage. The order of this cook will be hash browns, then sausage, then after both of those are cooked all the way through, we'll do the eggs at the very end, mixing it right into the sausage. It's all delicious. It turns out really great. So I cut up the sausage with my spatula there. You could use a dough scraper. You could get 2 spatulas, however you want to get it all chopped up there, and just keep chopping it until eventually it will break up into little sausage pieces. I'm only using the 2 burners on my griddle. The right side's off, so that's why I put my coffee cup back there. And it kind of keeps the coffee warm when I just put it on that grate there. It's a nice little trick. So we'll go ahead and keep chopping that up. Once that gets done, it's got a lot of grease coming off. If that gets in your potatoes, that's okay. After about 5 minutes, I went ahead and flipped the hash browns. So 400 degrees, 5 minutes. They're starting to get nice and crispy. They will take the longest. You can take a look at them here as I zoom in. Yeah, those things look real good. They're starting to get golden brown. They're never going to be exactly like if you put them in a fryer or how McDonald's does it, but they'll get real good and crispy. You'll really enjoy these. So after about another 5 minutes, we're at a total of 10 minutes cooking time here. I flip them again just to make sure they're getting evenly cooked on both sides here. I always touch them. I don't know why I touch them, but let's take a look at the other side. Also crispy, golden brown. Looks great. Can't beat that. So now that our sausage is done and our hash browns are pretty much done, what I'm going to do is move the sausage to the side and then move the hash browns to the back to make some room to put down your scrambled eggs. There is, however, a lot of grease on the grill from the oil and from the sausage that just cooked out. So it's okay to cook your eggs in a little bit of that fat, but I don't want it just like covering it. So I took my scraper, scraped off as much as I could get. There's still going to be a little bit of residual on there, so your eggs will be fine. They won't stick. Then I went ahead and cut the heat all the way down to low. All the way down to low. I mean, when you're cooking eggs, I like to go about as low as I can. You can keep it a little higher if you want. It might just be a me thing, but I hate brown burnt eggs. If you keep it on low and they don't get done right away, just let them sit on the griddle. There is no rush. But if you put it a little too high and they burn, then it's too late. You can't go back from there. So I move my sausage back over, pour the eggs on top, right on the sausage. Now, like I said, there's plenty of fat already on the griddle. You don't need to add more oil. If you've been seasoning it, it should be non-stick. The Camp Chef comes pre-seasoned, so I mean, it should be. Don't worry about your eggs sticking, and don't worry about adding more oil. I just put it right on top of all that sausage and let it start cooking on low. In order to have my eggs not just spread all the way around and like kind of go everywhere, I pour it slowly, and sometimes I make a little well in the middle right there where I put more scrambled eggs in. Because if you just toss them all the way down, they'll go everywhere, and you'll figure out exactly if your griddle's level or not, which mine clearly is not because they're all going to the right side or the top of your screen. So I just keep scrambling them around. They should be okay, just sitting there on low. Then I'm going to cut my hash browns diagonally. This is just a me thing because I want to try to make it look pretty for my wife when I put it in my little cast iron skillet. But you don't have to cut these. You can just chop them up in squares, or you can just put your hash browns on the side, however you want to do it. So a couple more minutes. Eggs are starting to cook up real good. This whole thing only takes like 15 minutes tops. It's a very quick breakfast. It could probably even go a little quicker depending on how long you cook your sausage. But I keep my griddle lower because of the eggs, like I said, so it was a 15-minute cook. The eggs are pretty much almost there, so when they're almost there, that's when I like to go ahead and throw in some of my cheese and mix it in. I throw about half of it in. Oh, I'm going to take a drink of the coffee first. Throw in half of my cheese, mix it into the eggs real well. Then I'll put it in top of the skillet, put it all together, throw in the rest of the cheese later. Go ahead and give her a good mix. Man, that looks good. See, it's so easy, and it's just like, it looks like a big slop, but it's really, really good. Just sausage, eggs, put a little potatoes with it. I mean, it can't get much better than that. This looks great. So I'm going to throw it all in my little cast iron skillet here. Like I said, I'm just doing this to try to make it look fancy for the photo. Normally I just eat this off paper plates. I don't know who I'm trying to impress here, but anyways, I put it in my little cast iron, get it all in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab those hash browns, put them in there with it as well. That's it. There you have it. Sausage hash brown scramble. I decided to use my habanero Tabasco with it. I love Tabasco. I have like 8 or 9 different flavors. My wife loved it. I loved it. Great first cook. I highly recommend you do it. If you want to see me do a full breakfast, click on the right side of your screen now. As always, have a great day and keep on griddling.